Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about the live-action romantic slice of life called Nodame Cantabile. This story is following a couple of characters throughout the series, but the two main characters that we focus on are two aspiring classical musicians called Megumi Noda and Shinji Chiaki. This story is about aspiring musicians thriving for greatness. Shinji, who was born into a musical family, is thriving to become a conductor, but can't achieve his dream because his phobias are literally keeping him in Japan. He's so arrogant, but perfect and very determined to succeed. And then we have our opposite character, Noda. She's messy and careless and sloppy, but all of that chaos combines makes her the brilliant artist that she is. When the two of them collide, it is perfection to your ears. There are so many adaptations to this series, yet I have only been able to catch up to 2 so far. First adaptation is a Japanese version, which is titled Nodame Cantabile. It aired in 2006, it only had 1 season with 11 episodes, and it covered events up to volume 9 in the manga. It was then followed up by a 4-hour television special sequel where we get to see the characters adapt further into the story from the manga. The second adaptation is a Korean version that was titled Tomorrow's Cantabile. Our characters' names were also completely changed to adapt better to the Korean atmosphere. So instead of Shinji, we get Xiaoyujin. And instead of Naname, we get Sao Nain. And I'm probably butchering everyone's name. I am so sorry. This aired in 2014, and for some strange reason, instead of 11 episodes like the Japanese version, they aired 16 episodes for season 1. So both live-action versions both had only 1 season made each. However, the Japanese version did carry on to make a couple of extra special episodes and movies. The third adaptation is the anime version, which I've only gotten a chance to see a very few amount of them, which have been great so far. It was also titled Nodame Cantabile, and they had a whopping 3 seasons. The first season, same title, had 23 episodes in it and aired in 2007. The second season was titled Nodame Cantabile Paris. That had 11 episodes and aired in 2008. The third and final season was titled Nodame Cantabile Finale, and that was with 11 episodes and aired in 2010. Our fourth and final adaptation is where everything originated from, and that is the manga version. Nodame Cantabile was written by Tomoko. She wrote 136 chapters for the series. An extra 10 chapters were written in 2010 as a sequel and then ended. There was a lot of health issues going on with her, so the series had to be put on and off a lot of times. The most amazing thing that I have learned about this whole thing is that this story was based off of real life people. Real life characters. You don't get to experience much of that these days. Most mangas that you pick up to this day are basically magical fiction. Granted, a lot of the stories that you read should be fictional, because then that would be really, really, really weird. Should this show be one for you? Well, the only way I could really recommend this to you is if you are a huge classical music fan, or someone who just really, really appreciates classical music. Bonus points if you are very familiar with the likes of Beethoven, Mozart, and so on forth. You are getting full-on hour after hour of lots of classical music, with of course a break every once in a while for character development. Now, one thing I do want to point out is how very different the atmosphere is between the two live-action versions. If you like to lean more towards the goofy, very animated style, then I'm going to highly recommend you watch the Japanese version. The characters are over the top, it seems like it's a bit more on the comedy side, and it overall has like that animated feel to it. If you are more into the serious side, you'd like your shows to be a little bit more on like the soap opera way, then I'm gonna highly recommend you go towards more of the Korean version. The atmosphere there is a lot more darker. The characters play a lot more of a very serious side, and the story feels more like it really is a drama. It also seems like the Korean version, the script seems to be more realistic. The character development transitions a lot more better on that side than it does for the Japanese side, and the storyline seems to make a lot more sense, even though both of them have pretty much the same exact script. I do have to admit, even though I am a big lover of classical music, I honestly could not tell the difference between any of the musical scores. If something sounded off while they were playing, I definitely could not tell. I don't know if maybe it could have been my lack of not knowing so much about the scores of classical music, or if they just made it really, really difficult to tell the difference. Although between the both of them, on the Korean side, there was a slight moment where I was like, aha, wait a second, that doesn't sound right to me, and I think I could tell a lot more when someone made a mistake on that version. The Japanese version, of course, everything sounded pretty much the same to me. It all sounded fantastic to me, so I definitely could not tell when there was a mistake. So if you are interested in watching Nodame Cantabile, the Japanese version is available right now to watch on Crunchyroll. If you fancy to watch the Korean version, I was able to watch it if you have a Netflix account. I'll just go ahead and link you everything down below so you can take a look at one or the other, or both of them. The anime version was a little hard to find, as well as the manga version, but you have so many options out there to just go ahead and find them for yourself. Check out the description down below if you're thinking about hopping over to Crunchyroll. There will be a link down there where you can find out all the different information about their subscriptions down there, and I will link to you the subscription that I currently use. Not only do they have live action versions, but they do have anime versions and manga to read as well. Let me know if you have watched or read any of the 4 different versions that I have mentioned. Did you like the series or did you not? Also, if you did like the series, let me know which one was your favorite. And as a thank you for watching this video all the way through, I will be giving one person, it's gotta be first come first serve, a free Crunchyroll guest pass. It's a 2-day pass that gives you access to the website as a premium member. Make sure you leave a comment on this video and I will be choosing one random subscriber and announcing the winner on Twitter next week. And if you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Make sure you hit that red button below because I do post videos about rants, babblings, unboxings, reviews. Also, leave me in the comments down below on what you would like me to review next. And I will see you guys all later. Thanks for watching. Bye!